Hello guys, this is Bobby. So for today, I want to talk about why game sequel almost always fail. So if you focus on these four big franchise like Final Fantasy VII Remake, Horizon, The Last of Us, and Zelda, I think the sequels in terms of sales is lower than the first game. But why is this happening? And the question is also why developers wants to create a sequel. So I think before I start to point out five key things about the reason, maybe the developers know that they are expected this kind of number. So from our point of view, the sales is lower means it's failed, but maybe from the developer side, it's really what they expected. So I think this is the reason why developers still keep making the sequel. The first reason is about bet on the long term. So means that in the future, maybe in 5 years or 10 years, the developers can create some kinds of game bundles, legacy collections, game of the year editions to resell their game, so they can create another revenue in the future. This is not possible if you don't have a sequel or two games on your portfolio. That is the first one. And the second is about expected sales. So when you already have a user, your fan base, you already know that this user gonna be buying your games on your sequel. So you already have projection what kind of sales that you get when you create a sequel, and you know that these dedicated fans will buy your games. And the third one is about improving your content basically. So when you're finishing the first game, I think there's a lot of ideas that is not implemented on the first game, so it can be moved or transferred to the second game. So you want to make sure that the second game is bigger, better, and obviously more rich of the content. So basically, yeah, if you have so many ideas and cannot be put on the one game, you can put it on the second. So I think that's also one of the reasons why game developers create a sequel. And the fourth reason is about make fan base stronger. So if you release the first game and let's say that majority of people love your games, you get a high score. This hardcore games gonna be your main revenue on your next sequel. So they will buy your games, they like it, but it's gonna be lower sales because some of your fans maybe, or maybe some of the potential fans is not liking your first game, so that's why they are not buying your sequel. So that's why the sales is down. And actually, if you talk about sequel, of course you're going to talk about the cost efficiency. You already have a good foundation of your game, you have a baseline, you have the mechanics, and on the second games you just need to continue that and continue expand your game with your more side quests, more story, more improved mechanics. So in terms of cost efficiency, it's gonna be shorter in terms of development, but also the content itself can be much more bigger because you already have the foundation to create your game on the sequel. So I think that is the five things that really important to know why developers wants to create sequel despite the sales. Maybe they're expected that the sales is still going down. I think that is the main reason. So I think that's all for today. Thank you for coming and see you on the next video. Bye bye.